over 95%. Go to cancercenter.com and find out if yours is one of the hundreds of insurance plans with which we've worked. Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Care that never quits. Appointments available now.
A new controversy about what children are being taught in Texas schools after a mother complains about a test that suggests the U.S. is to blame for the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Here's the test question. It asks why America is a target for terrorists. According to the curriculum, the correct answer is, quote, decisions the U.S. has made has had negative effects on people elsewhere, end quote. This isn't the first time we have heard concerns about the Texas curriculum, and now one state lawmaker there is trying to get to the bottom of how these decisions are being made about what is taught to our kids. Kara Sands is the parent who first brought attention to the quiz. She joins us now by phone. Also here, Texas State Senator Dan Patrick. Kara, let me start with you, because I know you're the one who first posted this online. And when you did, and when you complained, the school district almost immediately came out and said, okay, we contacted Safari Montage. They're the ones who put it together. They apologized in writing. They said it wasn't their intent to convey that the U.S. was to blame. They were actually trying to generate a patriotic message. Your thoughts?
Right. Well, I don't agree. At the beginning of the film, it is patriotic and how the country came together and how it was flags in their yards and Congress saying, God bless America, united. However, they still blame, what I think, they blame the United States for the attack. So you can claim to be patriotic all you want and sing God bless America, but in the next sentence you say, well, you know, we're big and bad and we misuse our power. Well, no.
Well, clearly having watched the video, because your son watched the video, then he took the test.
I did.
Clearly having watched the video, his understanding was that the right answer was to say that we are partly to blame for 9/11. And the representatives are saying they stand behind their video. They're sorry for the test question, but they stand behind that video. Do you think they need to do more?
Oh, I think they need to pull it. Now, let me say that my son knew when I asked him about why he answered that question that way. He said, Mom, I know that terrorists are bad, but that's what the man said in the video, and I wanted to get 100. So, and that is a quote from the video.
Senator Patrick, let me bring you in on this, because I know you're concerned about this curriculum in the state of Texas, and there's a couple of them that are circulating around down there. But is this what we have to deal with now, that we've got these videos, and we've got quizzes, and we've got a set curriculum that is trying to teach our kids that we America, are to blame for the bad things that happen to us?
Well, Megan, when I was on Fox several weeks ago to talk about this issue, I began to talk about this bigger issue of how education is changing dramatically in America as we move from textbooks to online learning. And in the past, each state, and in Texas, the State Board of Education, would review textbooks to be sure the information was right and that there wasn't a bias. And then those textbooks would be distributed and parents could see them. They have been approved. Today, we have an onslaught of online products by C-Scope, which was not involved in this particular lesson.
That's the other entity that sets the agenda in Texas.
Right, that's the other entity. And now you have Safari Montage with this video. And I just talked to our chairman of the State Board of Education. We've had 1,300 bids just this year, up dramatically from textbooks publishers for online curriculum because they're making the transition. Now, we obviously want to stay up with technology in our schools. It's less expensive to deliver the product this way. Students are more engaged in technology than they are in reading heavy textbooks. But we've lost control, Megan, and this really concerns me. Now, Safari Montage, if you look on their website, they are funded primarily with government grants, primarily from the federal government. Yeah, this is what concerns me about Common Core as well.
I want to ask Kara, because you found it. Yeah. You found it in your child's test. How'd you find it?
Well, I went through his papers.
But lots of parents do that. Why did you find it, not the others?
And I look at the content. Sorry?
Lots of parents look through the test, but how did you find it? I mean, do you think you pay more attention than most?
Well, I don't know. With this, or you know what? Maybe I just speak out. Maybe it's just a little frightening to come out against the school out loud, because if they try to intimidate you.
Yeah, and now they've already come out and said,
oh, teachers, and they come out.
They already came out and said there was only one parent who complained, but obviously they've apologized now, and so it's not just you who feels this way. We got to run because we're up against a hard break. But thank you both for coming out and telling your story. We appreciate it, and they're still showing it. Right, they stand behind the video. Coming up, new questions about our homeland security and lots of bullets.
How do you measure happiness?